Hi everybody, you've arrived at Todd's World of Cooking. Today I'm going to show you how to make Chili Verde. This dish from northern Mexico is traditionally made with pork, but today we're going to make it with chicken. And I would appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and ring that notification bell. And here are all the ingredients you're going to need. So let's get started. Season both sides of the chicken with salt and pepper. If you add any other seasonings, it will affect the flavor of this dish, so I would just stick with salt and pepper for this one. Now in a very hot non-stick pan, we're going to add the chicken. We are not going to cook the chicken all the way through at this point. We're only going to lightly brown the outside. I'm going to do this in batches, and once the chicken's lightly browned, we'll set it aside to cool. Okay, as you can see, the chicken has browned nicely, and that's as far as we're going to take it at this point. It will finish cooking a little later on in the recipe. And while the chicken's cooling, we're going to make our sauce, which is going to become the star of this dish. So in a blender, we're going to add our tomatillo sauce, followed by the garlic. Now you do not have to cut the garlic, you can just put the cloves in whole. We're going to add our jalapeno pepper, and I did remove the seeds. Next is our can of diced chilies, followed by cilantro. We're going to give that a nice whirl in the blender. There, we're whirling. And you're going to notice that this is going to turn into a beautiful, beautiful green color. And you'll also notice that I'm not making you listen to the blender doing its work. Look how beautiful that is. Once the sauce is made, we can take our cooled chicken and cut it into bite-sized pieces. Since we didn't cook the chicken all the way through, you'll need to handle this as though it's just raw chicken. Notice I'm using a yellow cutting mat, which indicates that the chicken is still raw. Once the chicken is all cut up into bite-sized piees, you're going to want to make sure that you sanitize all the tools that you're using, as well as the surfaces that the chicken is on, as well as those surfaces that are around or near the chicken. And now in a heavy bottom pot, we're going to add the chicken. And we're going to pour that beautiful, beautiful green sauce over the top of the chicken. I just love the color of this. Such a beautiful green. And now we're going to add about a cup and a half of water. And that water is going to cook down. You might want to add more later on, depending on how thick you want this chili to be. And now we can add our salt and our ground black pepper. the oregano, the cumin, and finally our chipotle powder. Give that a nice stir. Get all those ingredients mixed well. And we're going to bring up the temperature to where we're going to have a little bit of a boiling action. You don't want it hard boil. You just want it to basically stew. So I usually start it at around medium high, and then I'll turn it down to medium and possibly medium low, depending on how it looks while it's cooking. If it's bubbling too much, you're going to want to turn that heat down. See, that's exactly how you want it. Just a little bit of a boil, but not a real hard boil. And you can see that green color is just staying right there. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the chicken is cooking while we're doing this. This is where the finishing off of the cooking of the chicken is taking place. You'll want to stir it occasionally just to make sure it's heating all the way through, getting all that chicken cooked and getting it nice and hot. Now for the final process, we're going to add our rinsed white beans. You want to rinse and drain these and just stir those in, and now all we're doing is making sure that those beans are cooked through, or they already are cooked through. So we're just going to make sure that they are heated through. And there you have it. This is done. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely delicious, a little spicy. I always serve it with a little dollop of sour cream. Thanks for watching. Hope you give this a try. And as always, have an awesome day.